nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. We have a two-gun review today, my friends, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail for this Thursday, whatever day you're watching it. Now, you know we drop a video every day of the week, so please, my friends, give us subscribe, hit that subscribe, and show a little bit of love. We put a video up every single day. Now, for today's two-gun review, I've been playing Avengers Uno, and I want to talk about this. I want to review this game because I'm not sure if everyone out there knows that there's an Avengers edition of Uno. So please join me down the table and we'll talk about this fun, marvelous game. So let's start with the packaging, since the packaging is always the first thing that anybody sees of a game, or any product, I guess, really. So this is basically a double-sized tuck box, is what it is to hold the cards. As you see, they holds the cards, holds the rules, and it does its job well. It doesn't need to do any more than that. I think the, you can see mine is showing some damage, all right, over the last few years that I've had this. But yeah, the packaging is good. It's sturdy enough for what it is. And it shows off the artwork, which is thematically perfect and, you know, a bit dynamic for what it is. So I'd say this is, I mean, there's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad either. It is what it is, and it does its job well. That's what I think about the packaging. Now, moving on to the components itself, I think the cards, to tell you the truth, are a little bit on the flimsy side. And, I mean, mine are holding up well. We're usually very careful with the cards. I'm sure everybody is. But we definitely try to be careful with it. But we enjoy the components, which is the cards. The artwork on it is great. Completely just drags you right into a Marvel comic book simply by looking at the artwork on these cards. So I'd say art-wise, these components are amazing. And I think structurally they're okay. They could have been designed, I don't know, a little bit better, a little bit tougher, but their design is okay. The art is great. The design is okay. Now, for a sort of little transition here, part of the components, as well as moving on to the next section of this review, which is the rules, we have the rule book. Or in this case, the rule sheet. As you see, it's all folded up, kind of reminds me of an old road map kind of style. And that's what it is. It folds up like this. It's okay. I don't love it. I don't hate it. You know, you don't really need the rules, I don't think, after the first couple of times you play the game, especially if you've ever played regular Uno or even Crazy Eights. You have a very strong idea of the rules. So you're not going to need this a lot, but I find it a little bothersome, just a little bit. But it's okay. As I've been saying so far, I think a few times in this video, it is what it is. After shuffling the deck and revealing the top card, players have a hand of 7 to start with. And from there, you're going to have to play a matching game. Because on your turn, you're going to have to match a card from your hand to a card at the top of the discard pile. Either by matching the number, the color, or the symbol of the card. So in this case, The easiest and most obvious match is I would be able to place the yellow 4 over the red 4 because the numbers are then matching. Now, let's say that I did not have a 4 and I didn't have a red or anything in my hand. Then I would have to pick up and add to my hand. Now, if this card was a wild card, a red card, or a 4 card, I could immediately play it. But otherwise, since it is not, I'll add it to my hand, and then the turn passes to the next player to the left. Now, you may have seen when I showed you my hand that there are some special cards. There are some cards here that aren't normal number cards. These are the action cards, so why don't we go over them? The Drawer 2 action card is shown right here. It has the +2 on the top corner. Now, when you play this card, the next player after you is going to have to draw 2 cards and miss their next turn. Now, this card may only be played on a matching color or on another Drawer 2 card. If turned up at the beginning of play, well, the same rules are still going to apply. Next is the Reverse card. When you play this card, the direction of play reverses. So that is, if play is currently going to your left and this card is played, then play will radically change back to the right. Now, this card may only be played on matching colors or on another reverse card. If this card is turned up at the beginning of play, the dealer goes first. Then play moves to the right instead of the left. We also have a Skip card. Now, when you play this card from your hand, the next player after you will lose their turn. They will be skipped. Now, this card may only be played on a matching color or on another skip card. If a skip card is turned up at the beginning of play, then the player to the left of the dealer is skipped right there at the start, and the player to the left of that player will start the game. Now we have a wild card. Now, when wild cards are played, you get to choose the color that continues play. Any color, including the color in play before the wild card was even put down. Now, you may play a wild card on your turn even if you have another playable card in your hand. If a wild card is turned up at the beginning of play, then the person to the left of the dealer chooses the color that continues the play. And besides the wild card, there is also the Wild Card 4 drawer. Now, when you play this card, you will get to choose the color that continues play, plus the next player after you must draw 4 cards from the pile and lose their turn. However, there is a hitch to this, that you may only play this card when you do not have another card in your hand that matches the color on the discard pile. If turned up at the beginning of play, then return this card to the deck and pick another card. And then there is the Avengers Assemble card. And whenever evil dares to show its face, the Avengers assemble to defeat it. So when a player plays a Draw 2 or Draw 4 card on you, you may use this card to block it. This card is also a wild card, so you choose the color that resumes play after you play this card. If this card is turned up at the beginning of play, then the person to the left of the dealer chooses the color that begins play. And from player to player, it will continue as they match color, or they match the number on the card. It will continue play, and then when there is just one card left in the player's hand, that player damn well better remember to yell "Uno!" and let the other players know that they only have one card left. Now, if you do only have the one card left and you forget to yell "Uno" before another player calls you on it, then you're gonna have to draw 2 cards into your hand. And that's the core basics of the game. As you see, it plays very much like the original Uno game, with a few exceptions of some of the power cards that can come out and befuddle the players. So that's the way the rules stand. Now, what do I think about all this? Now, Uno is a classic staple of family gaming. At least it is here in America and has been for quite some time. And this is a great example of how a good classic game, a well-established title like Uno, can embrace a thematic skin such as Marvel Comics and still be able to show off its skills as a game. This skin, I think, brings a certain breath of fresh air to the Uno universe. You know, overall, if you're a fan of Uno, and especially if you're a collector of the different Uno games, you're going to want to look more into this. If you're a Marvel fan, this is a great family game for you to engage everyone in. It's a good game. It plays down to 7, as young as 7 years old, and it's not going to take that long to play. The rules are easy enough. The rules flow very, very fun, very easily. So, yeah, look into this game. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're an Uno fan, if you're just simply looking for something to add to family game night, then this is a title that you're going to want more information on. So go check that out. I think, however, that as far as this game goes, it's definitely getting up thumbs up from us here at Two Gun Pixie. I love this game, and it may be, right now anyway, my favorite version of Uno. All right, we are here for another Two Gun review, my friends. It's been a while, but it is time. It is time indeed to come back to one of these videos. And this is a game that's actually been hitting the table a couple of times, more than I would have expected. And I'm just saying that because of such a large collection here behind me. But I've been having so much fun on this. I just said to hell with it. I'm going to do a video. So, my friends, we are going to find out why I think this whole thing is messed up. I don't like any of this. It's been a while since I did one of these intros. All right, let's see. Okay. We're back with another Two Gun review, my friends. How you doing? How's everyone been? I know it's been a little while since I've done one of these, but I've been playing a game now that's been hitting my table more than I would have expected it to, and I've been having so much fun with that. I've just been wanting to do this full review for the product. So please, everyone, join me down the table, and I'm going to tell you everything I want to know. Why did I keep losing it right there? Right there is where I keep losing it. See, this is why everyone else uses scripts. Okay. Three's the charm, right? That's what they say. All right, we are back with another Two Gun review. No, three's not the charm. Didn't like that from the beginning.